What's up, Ragin Nation? This is Alex Yoon. You're watching the Ragin Ronin review, and today I got the first movie review for you of 2012. Today I watched Underworld Awakening. That is the fourth installment in the Underworld series. I really like the Underworld franchise. I don't think it's anything spectacular. It never was. I've always liked the vampire genre. Like I like Blade. I like Daybreakers rather, and I like the Underworld movies. So except for the third one, I did not like the third one at all. I watched Underworld Awakening and I went in with really low expectations because the movies, like I said, have never been anything spectacular. I thought the first one was the best in terms of story. The second one had the best action. Like I said in previous reviews, you know, you can have the most amazing action, but if I don't really care about the characters and the story, then it's all entertainment and that's all it is. Other than that, I don't really feel much for the characters at all. And that is the main thing I gotta say about Underworld Awakening. Celine, Celine is, it's always fun to see her. And that's what makes Underworld Awakening a crowd pleaser if you're a fan of that character. Because really the movie is all about her. I personally found that the movie is really about watching Celine kick ass, do acrobats, do her kung fu and gunplay and all that stuff. I still haven't gotten tired of it, but really I think it's a Celine slugfest. That's all it is. To me it was entertaining because of all the action. That's all I watched it for, was the action. I don't think the story was anything spectacular. I thought the first movie had a good concept, you know, the Romeo and Juliet story, but with vampires and werewolves. I thought that was interesting. But once that's out of the way, you know, all we're really watching is just the vampires kick more ass with different types of guns and bigger monsters. And that's what we got in the third one. We got bigger werewolves, and Celine's got the help of a young girl, a human, and another vampire. Oh yeah, Michael's missing in this movie. He doesn't really appear. Like, he actually only appears in the beginning. In a way, that's what makes this one different compared to the first two, because this one is just all about Celine. That's all it is. One thing I found is that she's just too powerful. Like, I really don't care if she gets hurt or not, because she's just too powerful. I think that she will she'll always make it through a battle. I mean, we'll know that because, you know, well, the franchise has to continue. But I never for once really felt that on the edge of my seat, just because I felt that she's way too powerful. She fights groups after groups after groups of bad guys and werewolves, and it just doesn't really make me feel for the character. But I do like watching the character just because she's one of the more cool, kick-ass, femme fatale characters in recent Hollywood memory. The gore is all there, the action's all there, even the CG effects are top-notch. In fact, one thing I gotta mention about the visuals is that the 3D is pretty good for a, I don't know if it's a conversion or if it's shot in 3D, but the 3D is pretty good in this movie. There's really the sense of depth, and I find that it's more extraordinary in this one because when you watch movies like Underworld, they're very dark, right? They're very dark, and once you put on those glasses, there's another level of light loss. But even for a dark movie like that, I still felt the depth and the many layers that the 3D has to offer. So it was pretty decent 3D. I was expecting the 3D to not be that good, but it delivered in that department, so I'm pretty happy about that. This movie felt really short. There's not a whole lot of talking in this movie. They get right into the action right from the beginning, and they move on right to the very end. So it's a pretty quick-paced movie, clocking in at only 90 minutes. I think I was pretty satisfied, but at the same time, I don't think it was that much better than the first two. So I think I gave the first one a 7. I gave the second one a 6.5. I'm gonna give this one maybe a 5.5. Yeah, I'll give this movie a 5.5 just because there's really nothing spectacular about it. The action's great, but it's nothing that we haven't seen. It's basically another episode in this whole series, and that's all it is. If you're gonna watch it, just have low expectations, because even though the first one was just a mediocre future vampire flick, it was still decent in that sense, but this one is not better than it. So I just want to let you know that. Anyways, 5.5 out of 10. Watch it if you're a fan. If you're not, then you're gonna think it's pretty dumb. So I'll continue watching more of these movies. I heard that Kate Beckinsale is up for like in 2 more or something like that. So that's all I gotta say. Anyways, thanks for watching this review. My next review is for Haywire, so stay tuned for that. My name is Alex Yoon. Thanks for watching the Ragin Ronin review. Peace. Yeah. Go through the entire list, see if there's anything that you like. Leave it on the comment section below what you'd like me to review and get it thumbs up. If there's enough thumbs up and get it top commented, I'm gonna review that movie in the next episode, alright? So that's all you gotta do.